And we return to the next session. So, where we left off last time, the party had just defeated Cagnazo after a bit of back and forth, and now have the contract that was signed for Scoria. You had returned to...
God.
Your phone, man.
But it was muted.
Well, it wasn't. Yeah. But you have returned to Bermesia and taken a bit of time to recuperate with Bruzen. And as far as I'm aware, you've exhausted most of what you intend to do here. But
Yeah.
what would you guys like to do? You're back at the inn in Bermesia. Go nuts. Woo.
So who's the next guy we need to take on?
I'll be honest, I forgot.
Or history.
You're also finding out about our pasts and meeting long lost family members, so I guess who's next on that list?
I wonder. 23.
Well, we still intend to head to Elderberg.
23. And Marcel, what did you roll? You don't have your sheet open.
I don't use Chrome anymore, I use Opera. Sorry,
Oh,
that's a
fancy.
law.
Because it's less of a resource war. I will proceed using Florian's roll for the time being.
What was it?
Have you already rolled your dice?
Yes.
Your modifier is +5. For history checks.
Oh, that's 20 then.
20.
Yes.
Okay, so 20 and 23. Cool. So, you take a moment to try and recollect the details that you require to figure out what your next course of action is going to be in terms of dealing with the Archfiends. You have Scarmiglione, Barbarecia, Rubicante, and Chaos. You're aware that you cannot take on Chaos without having defeated the other 3 fiends. As you require a crystalline shard from each of the 4 elemental fiends to be able to summon Chaos.
We could take on Scarmiglione. Maybe we can prepare.
We only have a month, yes?
Yes, we've got to do these very fast. It's a bit scary. Not much room for error.
Maybe at the next town we could spend some of the money we've put together in getting ourselves some better gear?
Oh,
That gives us a
Lisa,
better chance of
Did
taking
you-
on the next fight?
did you get a response from your mother?
Oh, yeah. A little while ago, actually.
In that case, we might as well sell the gear that we got a while ago.
Well, I suppose I could give you a hand with that. I've spent long enough in the merchantile game. Probably get us a little bit of extra gil with that.
That sounds good.
I think for the moment, though, we should probably think about going back to, getting the crazy old blood magic lady to take us back to, Eldaris. And we can bring Brusen with us. Isn't that right, Brusen?
Do you want to come?
Well, I did say I was going to come with you, didn't I?
You
Okay.
did.
Deal is a deal. So, yes.
Yay!
Woohoo!
If what I understand about deals from everything we've gone through is correct, if you wanted to get out of the deal, you'd have to fight us all.
You notice a rather spine-shiveringly menacing smile on this man's face. Well, wouldn't exactly be difficult. Can you roll me a charisma check, please?
I'm getting intimidated. Okay. Just straight charisma?
Yep.
12.
Oh lord.
You notice quite quickly that you notice that you are being intimidated, but there is something very cold about the smile on this man's face. And for a moment you genuinely question as to whether or not he actually means whether he actually would do such a thing, or if he's just screwing with you. It's really hard to tell. Before he shrugs. Anyway, we're supposed to be going somewhere, right?
Yes, we were.
Well, suppose we should get moving then.
Yes,
We should.
let's contact Deborah.
What do we do? Spin around 3 times and say her name in the mirror?
I can do that. 1, 2, 3.
And Marcel closes his eyes. Deborah, Deborah, Deborah.
I look
You know
at
what?
You know,
I look at
she'd probably ignore you just to spite you.
I give Xavier a look like, now's the time, do a little illusion thing.
And he ponders for a moment as he sees that look on your face, Florian. And with a rather nonchalant smile on his face, their matron has more intelligence than you will ever have. And almost like somebody has ignited a firework, Deborah appears in the middle of the room, scowling
Wow.
at Xavier.
Wow.
Holy shit, it actually worked. Do not kill me, please. I am too precious. This world will not survive without me.
No, I don't know about that one.
Wait, so all you have to do is drop a 6 diss track and then you can summon somebody? Is that how blood magic works?
You get donked on the head
Ow.
with her walking, by Deborah with her walking stick.
Nice to see you again.
How disrespectful of you! Do not. And you? And she points her walking stick at Xavier. Watch your pillow at night. You will find it is still with a meteor. Anyway, are you kiddos ready to come back?
Yes. We're ready.
Yes.
Oh,
She taps her staff on the floor, and poof. You are back in one of the rooms in Eldaris.
I like to imagine that some of us were sitting down, and the moment we just poof, we no longer have a seat, so we just fall to the floor.
Oh, 100%. Like, with Ruzen, who would have been leaning up against something, who has just fallen straight onto his back. And
So I
it's
drop
just...
about 10 centimeters.
Yeah, about that. So you just kind of pop onto the ground.
Yep.
So what are your plans from here as a party? Because you have a few options available to you. With selling the excess equipment that you have, it's an option you have available. I mean, no shit, I'm just stating the obvious. But you have 3 different places that you can choose to visit from where you are at the moment, being Elderberg, Runswick, or Queequan.
Well,
Technically 2, since Mocha's player isn't here currently. But you have a couple options available, or you can attempt to go and hunt down another one of the Archfiends. However, whether or not you are capable of succeeding in a fight against them is a different question. If your encounter with Cagnazo didn't give you enough of a forward notice on how intense the combat against them can be.
I think the most important thing for us is to be prepared. So getting that gear is going to be the most important. So wherever we can get the best gear from. Whether that be here, whether that be Brunswick, Elderberg.
Have any of you done any research on these places?
I did research on Brunswick, didn't I?
Yes.
research on Elderberg.
History?
Okay. Yeah, roll history.
Yeah, it's okay. My one's starting to fade.
No, I mean, those dice are...
Quite old now.
I think I got them for you shortly before our first anniversary.
It's my birthday. Anyway.
Yeah, so they're like 5 years old easy. Anyway, before I get sidetracked, Genocide Creek.
16.
16. You are aware that there is a quite significant trek to get to Runswick.
Yes.
And there are a couple of ways that you can get there, be it via...
Blood magic teleportation?
Unfortunately not,
Damn.
as the area around Runswick is often used for the practices of interplanar magic.
And because I upset Deborah.
No, Deborah's pay, but you haven't really injured her ego. Xavier, on the other hand, maybe. But you're aware that any sort of teleportation attempts that you make to get to Runswick could potentially land you on the other side of the globe because of how unstable the magic aura is around that area. That same magic aura causes a lot of tectonic activity.
So we try to teleport to Runswick and we get a break all day.
Except from, it's not a Jet 2 holiday. It gets slungshot into a random plane that will be decided by a spinning wheel, which could potentially spell the end of you all.
It's only a family of 4 anyway, so we have to leave someone behind.
Yeah, that'll get two package deals. There are technically 8 of you if you count Bruising as well.
400 pounds. How much is that in gil? Anyway.
100 gil is £1, so you do the math. Valid. And Scroy, what did you roll in your history check?
22.
Fucking hell, that's a nat 20.
I know. Why couldn't I have gotten that last week?
40,000 gil.
It's not 40,000.
No, wait, sorry, 4,600.
100 is one. It's the equivalent of £1.
Yeah.
So I think 40,000? Question mark?
What does that?
Did
I not say 40,000?
Hey, in my defense,
Put me up here.
my audio processing today is absolute arse.
I don't even know what you guys were even talking about to begin with, so.
Nothing
Trying
beats
to
to get
figure
to
out-
holiday.
Yeah. Anyway, so Scoria, from what you can remember of your research, there is a rather large magic store that you could benefit quite richly from on the way to Elderberg, as there are a couple of big cities that you would have to pass through, and depending on which of the big cities you pass through initially, because they are coastal facing cities, they get transport back and forth. So you'd be able to get a quite plentiful amount of, be it pieces of relatively decent magic gear, potential improvements to your weaponry, and alchemical items.
Oh, we should go there.
Okay, that sounds promising.
However, you do have one problem, and that is trying to decide which direction you take. Because there are 5 different major coastal cities that you could go to, but all of your different journeys end up going through either Leclerc or Mifton. It depends on how long you feel you as a party would last in the desert.
Well, actually, I can help with that.
Yeah, with the right equipment, we should be fine.
Give me 1 second. I have a spell.
We can acquire some sort of cart or means of transport, then we should be even better.
I have communal endure elements. So you can be immune to extreme conditions without needing to make con saves. The target's equipment is also protected, but this effect doesn't protect the target from damage or environmental hazards. The 24 hours can be split into 1-hour increments for the creatures touched.
So that is a pretty...
You're welcome.
That's a pretty solid... brain cells, come on. So it's a pretty solid use case, yeah. So you have something to help with the intense heat, but you also have to contend with all of the creatures that live on that island. As there are a significant number of undead. It is a absolute breeding ground for all forms of black dragon. And it is home to a lot of desert fauna. Some
Dragon
which,
repellent spray. Like Fat Man.
unfortunately, such a thing does not exist.
Oh.
Though you could do some research into what sorts of things are considered repulsive to black dragons. Hypothetically, you could find something to create said spray from. But you have many options. It's just which one you wish to take. So, do you as a party feel you could go for a longer distance travel? And potentially visit a few additional cities that may yield some unique items? Or are you going to play it safe? Would you play it safe and take these shorter routes, which may not necessarily give you a large variety of things, but will mean that you run less risk of being absolutely obliterated, in theory?
Tough choice.
I'm okay with the longer route if the reward is bigger.
And we're less likely to die.
Scoria, Florian?
Yeah, I'm okay with the longer one.
I think that settles it.
Okay. So, Scoria, there are 2 long route options that you can take. One is going to the mountainous city of Regenrad. The other being the coastal city of Emavita.
Maybe along the way we might be able to find a time mage. Would that be able to extend the duration of this contract?
No.
No? Okay. Well,
Unfortunately, there is no means via which the contract can be extended. Assuming you're referring to Scoria's branding,
yes.
which I do believe was till the end of the year.
End of the year.
So there is no means of changing that unless Scoria herself gives up and purposefully turns into a Seath, or somehow manages to throw herself out of the known planes of existence and into the void. Those are the only two
Unlikely.
ways of breaking that contract.
This bitch empty.
Wow.
Wow. So, Scoria, I will leave the decision to you as to whether you want to take the longer of the two long routes or the what I refer to as the middle ground. Since you have the most knowledge on this place.
Oh boy.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Pardon.
Pardon me.
That was so loud. It literally rang my eardrums.
Right, because you have
Apologise.
you have earphones in, don't you?
Apologise right now.
No,
I have
sorry.
noise cancelling headphones
Oh,
that
no.
actually that rattled the inside of my brain.
Truly the Scoria experience.
That was an experience, all right.
So, what do you feel would be the more desirable route, Scoria?
Eeny, meeny, mine,
Oh boy.
mountain. Here we go.
Okay, so what items are you guys intending to sell? This is also a
Heavy
very
shield +2, mithril breastplate +1.
I would recommend checking your treasure bags as well.
I still have a wind gem. Oh. What about the blessed silver coin? And the magic lamp, actually, because we can't... That's no good to us now. Do we need to read some of them?
Well,
Do
Maybe
we have to?
would you be willing to carry the responsibility of knowing you sold an item that is capable of summoning a deity to another person? Knowing
It's kind of fucks
deity,
up, bro.
yeah, the deity can and will attack the person that summons them.
Disclaimer.
Really?
How do you guarantee that?
There's a little post-it note that says "Do not rub lamp."
Well, you are welcome to try and sell it.
Well, I also have a blessed silver coin, chain shirt +4, and mage robes +4. Wait, why am I not wearing those?
Probably because I didn't want to code them into your sheet at the time you got them, which is valid.
Ah, so could have had mage robes.
Do you want to put them on?
Would they be better than what I have?
Possibly. Question mark.
Then probably yes.
Okay, so it's just the chain shirt +4 that you're selling then.
Unless
And
anyone
mage.
else wants that.
Okay, well I will add the mage robes to your sheet. Is anybody else selling anything or adjusting anything? Hug your scrolls.
Oh, but I thought I was gonna learn them.
Yeah, you can take the time to learn them whilst Scoria, Sabrina, and Marcella are out selling things.
Yeah, I'll learn them. Yeah, and then I can sell them right once I've learned them.
They will be just regular scrolls at that point.
Oh.
Because you end up expending the magic within them when you're learning it. It's like
Okay, yeah, no, I want to learn them, yes.
It's like the equivalent of drinking a bowl of soup and then trying to sell the bowl, claiming it's still got soup in it. Will be my best.
Bowl could be useful.
True.
Anyone want a scroll?
So, Marcel, I have put those robes onto your sheet. So
I mean, if we are in desperate need of money, we could employ Xavier's help to make something seem a bit more pricey than it actually is.
you assume that they have that capacity.
I've heard that that's something illusionists can do.
Well, it is not something that they can do.
Okay, that is fair.
Okay, so Sabrina, Marcel, and Scoria, you head out to go and sell these things. Marcel, I need you to decide whether or not you are actually going to attempt to sell the magical lamp. I am not going to say you cannot do it. I will just politely request that you consider.
I guess not, since a little voice in my head is saying I should not. It's almost as if the universe itself is displeased with the idea.
I'd be displeased with you.
And the universe is just Scoria boring a hole into the side of your head by staring at you, going, "What are you doing?" Check this. Okay, so
I mean, you could have sold it to someone more reputable, like a guild,
that's what I'm saying. You could choose to sell it.
and then they can store it and keep it safe. It is not very safe on my person.
Just don't sell it. Just don't sell it to some random person in the street.
Oh no, I was not just going to go, hey, you, random person in this alley, here is lamp. Hey buddy, opens
Lamp?
coat, want to buy a lamp?
I mean, to be fair, that is how it got given to you, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you bought
Yeah,
it to
well,
for a
that guy was
random
a weirdo.
person off the street. I don't exactly think you're the best judge of character.
So, Scoria, are you the one selling? Are you going to take the lamp and sell it?
We'll find someone,
Okay.
I guess. Unless we want to summon Diabolos again, but I sincerely doubt that any of us want to.
Okay.
Does Elderberg have a guild?
Elderberg is quite a small town.
Right.
It is also directly in the middle of an undeath desert.
You said there was larger cities or towns along the way.
Yes. The towns that you pass through, the island itself is known to be the home of the Shadow Crystal, and is also home to a lot of necromancy practices, or necromantic practitioners.
Okay.
So, in theory, may not be the best idea to sell it on that island.
Okay, we'll keep all of it for now then.
I guess I'll put it in this context of if you're going to sell it anywhere, this island is probably the best place to sell it.
I'm now so confused. I feel like I'm getting the most mixed messages I've ever gotten.
Because I'm trying to basically, I guess, put it in this light.
I'm being told yes then no, then yes then no.
I'm giving you counter arguments for both sides, but I'm confusing you. Anyway, so you guys go out. Ignore me. I'm trying to be.
Go out and wave it in the streets and set a price.
Yeah, if you want to do that.
No.
Or we could do the Marigoldian sort of thing and just find a random
Just find a child
beam
and
them
eat
with it.
Just find a child and eat the left of them. That's an interesting.
True, chaotic neutral.
I'm about to ping you.
Okay, so is it safe to say the lamp is not being sold?
No, suppose not.
Okay.
For now.
For now.
Maybe those nice people at the Sleeping Wolf Guild would want it. Later.
Anyway, so you go out. Before I end up in this going down a rabbit hole again.
You're on the rapids here.
So you go out into the city, and with Sabrina's help, you manage to rake in a ridiculous amount of money.
Woo! Hell yeah.
I presume this is being put in the account that Mason has
Yeah.
until you can find some good shit.
See, guys, Marcel always has good ideas.
So between the three of you, with Sabrina's know-how, and the quality of the items that you have. You manage to walk away from the market with a casual 13,219,500 gil.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
Because of how high value the enchantment on one of the pieces is, and then the incredibly good, like, potent material of the mithril sold. The quality of it for that armor is significant. And that gets shoved straight into the bank, so you guys are able to access it when you find a magic item shop that you see something you want, basically. So whilst
Hell
on
yeah.
Mason's person, air quotes on Mason, if you find something you like, just go, yo, I want that. So,
Give me my money.
yes. And after a little bit, you make your way back. You get a full healing from Baron. As he sees
I
the
forgot.
rather battered state of your team, even after your trip there and trip back. So please fully restore your HP and MP.
Oh, right. Roll 20.
Yeah, that thing.
I will top up Marcel's for him because he's not looking at the thing at the moment. Florian, do you want me to top up your hit points for you?
No, I'm almost in.
Okie dokie.
Almost there. I'm here. There we go.
So, with that stashed away, are you taking a boat there, or are you taking an airship?
Well, now we can afford an airship.
Ship.
I presume that's a yes to the airship then?
Sounds like it.
I mean, there's pretty perilous times ahead of us. We should start living life to the fullest. Take every opportunity as it comes. Because we might fucking die.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it,
There
sure.
is a good chance that we die.
Okay, so
And therefore we should take the airship.
there are 8 of you. It's that much per ticket. So taking the airship to... You said the mountain route you wanted to go, yes, Goria?
Yeah.
Okay. So it will cost you 24,000 gil to get there.
Is my
Uh,
ticket half price?
No, it is
Ah.
not. So,
I'm joking.
as you go to get your tickets, I will take the funding out of Mason's pocket because Mason is just a sweetheart like that. So because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with them at the moment. The lady at the counter spots you, Florian, and she pulls out this massive encyclopedia. Because she has to put down on your ticket what your
adult.
not just that, but your species as well. Because of the hybrid nature of a lot of citizens, they have different drinking ages and different ages of maturity. So, say for example, a goblin would be considered mature much earlier than, say, a human. It's kind of the easiest example. So she pulls out this massive ledger and you just watch her kind of go through it. She tries to find the racial combination that makes up your genetics and realizes that you are an adult and makes you pay the adult price. So You're just watching her flick through this book really slowly. And so
She could have just asked.
she really could have. Brain cells, please. So you get on the airship, and you notice something interesting about it, in that it is painted and marked with like different ridges and things like that, and you realize after a few minutes of looking at it, a little bit of confusion, that it is the airship itself is disguised as a massive black dragon.
That's sick as fuck.
Makes sense.
We're flying in a dragon.
And so you take the time to just appreciate it. You get on the airship once you notice that the air hosts and hostesses. Oh, why is that such a difficult word to say? Are all gathering people together. It's final call for getting on the flight. You get on, and a few hours later, you're heading off. And your guide is not with you. Deborah is nowhere to be seen.
She's right in the snack bar.
You notice a blood ritual circle starts manifesting on the floor, and almost like something out of the ring, from this ritual circle crawls out Deborah
Where'd she crawl out?
of the floor. It's like a ritual circle that draws itself on the floor, and she crawls out of it like something out of the ring. And with not a word, she just totters off.
In the direction we're supposed to be going, or in a random direction?
In a random direction because you're on the airship.
Oh, right, okay.
So she just manifests like something out of a horror film, and then leaves without a second word. Just off she goes.
Well, Deborah's kind of scary. I didn't like that.
You should respect your elders. As you look up, and she's hanging from the ceiling like a spider. She's just clinging to the ceiling.
I hate spiders! Hugmug's fear. Deborah.
And once again, Deborah-phobia. You watch
Hugmug
once
has
again
Deborah phobia.
as Deborah just drops from the ceiling and leaves. You're not quite sure how she does it, but she's doing things. And so, nice voice crack me. And so, you take some time to relax on the journey there, enjoying the occasional, refreshments that are brought round.
Can we
And
go on
then-
the roof?
Yeah, you
To
may.
the deck, I suppose?
You may go up to the top deck. Is there any particular reason you'd like to go up there?
Also wants to see. I can't remember if this group has been on an airship before.
You have a couple times.
Have we?
Yeah, we had at least once, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, because you took an airship from.
Because the guild
Foundlings.
paid for it.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I want to see the clouds.
So are you taking anybody with you, or are you going up there on your own?
But it's their choice if they want to come with me.
Is anybody going up to the top deck?
I'll just kidnap somebody.
Yeah, I'll come. Deborah's scaring me.
Okay, so the two of you head up to the top deck, where you can see the clouds rolling by, and you can see off in the distance the island of Kreitners, which seems to be mostly walled off by mountains. But you can see where some of the mountain ranges break up a little bit and leave space for open land. and you can see flying above some of the mountains these large black dragons. They're far enough away, they don't really see you, or the airship. But they do give quite the initial impression of the place that you are approaching.
Oh. Marcel just sits and watches them.
Okay.
Learning for the rest of his group, it's best not to attract the attention of dragons.
No.
That was a roast I was not expecting. So, you sit up on the top deck, watching the clouds go by for a little while, until a rather concerned-looking air hostess comes up and requests for you to return to the interior of the ship as you are beginning to approach a danger zone.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Marcel does as he is told.
And upon returning back in, you notice that all the lights in the airship have gone out.
Ooh. Spooky.
And you are quietly escorted back towards the cabin that your group is staying in, where everybody is just kind of left there, sitting in this dark, very dark room. It's very quiet, uncomfortably so. And just as
Why are
Mason,
the lights not on?
as you say that, Hugmug, you hear this very loud roar that resonates through your entire being, almost as though like something is rocking the airship.
Oh my god, what is happening? What was that?
And
Maybe
despite,
it is one of the dragons.
would you like to look out the window?
Yes.
Yes.
So the two of you go up to the window to look out of it, and flying uncomfortably close to the window is it? What's the? Hold on, because I need to remember what the name of it is. It is a black dragon wyvern. A massive creature flies directly past the airship.
Oh my god, there's a dragon. That's huge.
It appears to be circling.
It's being a bad dragon.
Are you calling it? No, never mind. Never
Would-
mind.
Would anybody like to make a nature check?
Yeah, I
Is it
guess.
a bad dragon?
If it's being a bad dragon or not.
See if it's a good or a bad dragon.
A lovely, lovely, sleepy 20.
Oh. So, unnatural 20. Marcel, you rolling?
Ow. Fuck.
What was the check, sorry?
Nature.
Nature.
Nature, sorry. 10.
10. Hugmug?
Yes, I can roll. Give me 1 second.
Whilst you're rolling.
No.
Florian?
Oh, right, everyone. Okay,
Yeah. Everybody is welcome to roll.
okay. Look, I'm not gonna bother doing do over. Someone will do it well.
I rolled a 13.
13 and... See, I would roll Mocha's here, but Well, but that's just
Nature. 10.
10. Okay, so
Nice.
everybody apart from Scoria notices that the dragon appears to be moving in certain motions. Like it's flying around, it's doing certain gestures and things like that. Scoria, you realise that this Wyram is trying to seduce the airship.
Oh my god.
Scoria starts laughing.
And alongside this, because you're the only ones that succeeded, I'd like you to make me a perception check. Sight-based.
No.
Good luck.
Right, this is where it all goes wrong. Yeah.
You see nothing. You just think that this dragon is. You just think this
I have
dragon
a feeling I
might
don't need to
have
open roll 20 to. Yep.
It was a natural 1 plus 3, so 4.
I should have used that
Fucking
to open.
hilarious.
You see nothing. You just think this dragon is being very strange.
But all I know is that it's a bit
Happy.
it's a bit infatuated.
You notice it is a bit infatuated with the airship that contains hundreds of people, and this dragon is significantly smaller than the airship itself.
How's its res?
What?
You did not just ask me that.
Is it doing a good job?
Okay, I will go and find this thing's stat block to roll a dragon airship risk check.
What?
That's possibly the most condescending sentence that's ever come out of my mouth ever. And I've said some pretty profane things in my lifespan. Let's see. Performance check from the Wyram. It seems about its average performance. The airship being an inanimate construct does not seem to be returning its attachments. And you're not. It seems like the dragon is confused to some extent, and you can't quite tell whether it's just because it's assuming that the airship is playing hard to get, or if it's just really not doing a good job.
Airship is playing hard to get.
Does it give?
Negative riz on the airship.
Eventually, the black dragon does give up and fly away. And the airship lands in Regenrad without much more problem. There is the occasional smaller black dragon that flies by and gives the airship some side eye, but that's about it.
That's okay.
And so you land in Regenrad. You are escorted off the airship. And you're in the city. The air is heavy here. It's a little unsettling, as you're not quite familiar with the oppressive energy that this land seems to emit. The only person that seems unaffected by this is Scoria. You feel a strange amount of comfort being here, whereas the rest of your companions feel slightly uncomfortable. It is as though the air itself has a dark, oppressive aura to it. Florian, can you roll me an Arcana check with advantage, please?
An Arcana check. Lovely. I like those.
He's lying to you.
Not too bad. Arcana.
Make sure you roll with advantage.
I did.
Okay, sweet.
22.
22. you come to realize that the oppressive aura in the air around you is because of the intensive shadowy energy and necromantic magic that has been cast so frequently on this island that it has leached into the land around it. You are aware from the times where you have been training as an astrologian that this city is the purest of the island. However, this oppressive atmosphere is only going to become more potent as time goes on, because you eventually have to leave the city, and it's only going to get heavier from here. What are you as a party doing?
Good question.
So what's around us right now? Sorry.
So you've left the aerodrome, and you are now in the city of Rebenrad. The place itself appears to be built within this crater in the mountain. Most of the buildings here are a mixture of obsidian and bronze. That gives the place quite a gothic look. Think like your gothic cathedrals and things like that. Very similar sort of architecture around the place. And it's quite a large city, so you can follow the signs to leave the city if you choose to. You can find a place to rest here for the night, or you can go and have a little venture around the city.
How late is it?
We'll say it's late afternoon, because I can't remember what time it was when you guys went to go fight Kaknazo.
Okay, so we should probably we'll go find inn and then have dinner and then probably sleep there.
Okay. Would you guys like to make me an investigation check to see if you can find an inn?
Yeah, I would.
This is a party investigation check.
Nat 20.
Big number.
Oh, well, guess I don't need to make the check.
25.
21.
Sorry.
25, 21. Anybody else roll? 18. Okay. So between the three of you, as I imagine, since Hug Monkey didn't make the roll, I'll presume that you were dealing with Mocha.
Oh, yes. Always dealing with Mocha.
Exactly. So the three of you that start investigating around, you find a rather nice-looking inn towards the center of the city that's charging 200 a night for a room that holds up to 8 people at a time. And the thing that seems to... You notice a glint of childish glee in Mason's eye as he reads the sign, and it mentions that the room is able to fit 8 people because it has bunk beds.
Bunk beds!
Oh, yes! Bunk beds! Finally!
Like, closer? Okay. So, you can choose to use this inn, or you can attempt to locate another one.
Bunk beds.
I choose this in.
Bunk beds!
Okay. So,
Unanimous agreement that bunk beds are awesome.
let me, just before I forget, add the spells from those 2 scrolls that you were learning, Pokemon, because I just realised I haven't done that yet.
Yes, I was learning them.
Yeah, I just haven't put them on your list yet, which is mighty. So you now have Clean Shift and Reflect. Yep. is. So, you all settle in for the night. The room ends up being covered by Xavier. Xavier? Yeah. Xavier ends up covering the cost of the room for the night. And you all try and get adjusted to this oppressive darkness in the air around you. The atmosphere feels like it has genuine weight to it.
Oh, glad I don't live here.
I'm sure people get used to it.
I
Yeah.
hope so. Otherwise, it must be quite miserable.
I'm sure if we stay here for a while, we'll get used to it. And if we don't, well, then we'll be out of here soon.
I suppose so.
Right, so... Oh, jeez. Lupus trying to adjust the volume. And failing. Okay, so... You take a long rest, and the day changes over to the 14th of January, 68 AR. You wake up, and you get given breakfast, which is delivered to your room by Vruzan, who appears to have been awake before you all. You notice he seems a little bit sleepless. And you can see bags under his eyes. As he's brought up plates full of sausage, bacon, and a variety of different vegetables and breads. And there's one bread in particular that catches your attention, Scoria.
What?
It is a black and purple coloured bread using something that is not bread, yes, made using a plant referred to as ghost wheat by most people, which you are aware is often used as a way to gain the blessing of the Night Mother, and is often left at her shrine, or made whilst certain music numbers are performed as a sort of offering to her. And this loaf sits there, and it looks tantalizing. You look at it. It looks at you. You look at it.
Wait, what?
What are you doing?
I'm gonna be honest, my brain is not with it today.
Perfectly fair.
Eat the blessing bread.
Nom 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 nom.
So as you pick up the bread and you go to eat it, it licks you. You get licked by the bread. It hops out of your hands and flees the room.
Bread mimic, no.
Bread. Rimic.
You know that dog meme
Yeah.
specifically I just posted in the chat? That.
Scoria just contemplating why she's just gotten licked by a loaf of bread. So I hope you're ready.
Ready? What?
That wasn't intentional.
There's no way that was not intentional.
You did that so intentionally. You cannot lie.
Yeah.
He does this all the time.
I was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if I said this? And then was like, oh, I'll say this instead. And I said the original thing. Fuck's sake.
Everyone point and laugh.
Anyway, so the bread mimic has escaped you. The bread mimic. Anyway, so with a notable amount of confusion in your system, breakfast is polished off, and you hear somebody down the hallway shout about a mimic, followed by a bright flash of light as you hear someone chanting a magic spell, and then you hear this sizzling sound.
Do we recognize the voice?
No. It appears that one of the other inhabitants of this inn has encountered the escaped bread mimic.
It just made toast.
Yes.
Can we go? I want to go see what they're doing. I want to see who it is.
So you go down the hall, and I don't think anybody will know this character because he's quite an obscure character.
Even me?
Even you. I think there's only one person that would know who this is. And that would be Florian's player, but it's been years since this character's been used. You go down this hallway, you find a very short-statured goat man who quite clearly is not adjusted to the body that he's in, as he gets his horns caught on the door frame as he turns his head back. And he notices you looking at him after a few minutes. Yes, is there something I can help you with?
Where is the bread on the floor or anything? Do I see the bread?
The bread is on the floor.
Oh, the bread. Was this yours?
What, the bread or the mimic?
Both?
Neither. You are aware that that is, that's not... And you watch as the loaf of bread proceeds to expand
Oh, jeez.
to the same size as you before the disguise disappears and you are staring at the deceased remains of a mimic. Specifically, a battery mimic.
A battery mimic?
Anyway, if you wouldn't mind, I have to be getting myself ready to head off to Elderberg. So,
Oh, that's where we're going too.
is that so? I presume you have a guide, yes?
Yes.
I see. Well,
We have Deborah.
I can't say that I'm familiar with this person, but good luck.
Good luck. I'm Florian, by the way.
The name's Irvine. Irvine Nimblefoot. Stupid goat horns. It was much easier when I was halfling. Stupid physical form. And he re-enters his room.
Okay, now I'm looking through my art album. Did I have any art of him?
No, I don't believe so.
That makes sense.
But
The name is familiar, but nothing else.
Ye- So, you've got your goals ahead of you. And you can choose to explore the city. You can choose to leave. You have completely free reign. And just
I
for
say we get going.
reassurance, Deborah has returned. Whether that's reassuring to everybody or not is a completely debatable
Deborah.
question.
Debraphobia.
So what are you doing as a party?
I say we get going. We get going.
Yes, this atmosphere is starting to get me down. Both figuratively and literally.
Using Florian as a human shield between me and Deborah.
Oh, that's adorable. Okay, so you guys start making your way through the city, and as you start making your way, you end up heading through this large mountain pass. It's like somebody's carved out a large gaping hole in the mountain, as it's an almost perfectly cylindrical from the exit gate of Regenrad to the next town over. And it seems as though somebody has enchanted this ground to give you a bit more movement speed, to make traveling hard.
Right.
That one at least didn't ring so loudly in my eardrums. That I rate that one a solid 6 out of 10. The last one was a -2.
So, you, over the span of about 6 hours, it takes to travel from Regenrad to the next town over, the town of Falana, where almost immediately upon arrival, you feel this shiver go down your spine.
Oh, this is actually worse.
As you notice in the town, not in the town centre, sorry. You notice walking down the street, say about 100 feet away from you, is this very menacing looking Arctic hollow fox. Who doesn't really seem to be paying you much mind at the moment. But you get the feeling that you should not be where you are currently the moment that this person turns to face your general direction. Specifically, Scoria, you get a horrific sense of, I guess the best term I could use is avoidance in your system. You get a sudden burst of fight or flight. Whoever this is a threat. And you need to go. At least get out of this street in particular.
Okay, let's move.
And so you end up. Are you dragging everybody else with you? Or
Yeah.
are you just sprinting off on your own? Is anybody going to peek around? So you go into. Sorry, getting out of order now. So you dash straight into this side alley where you can hear this clinking of plate armor. Are you going to peek around the corner to see if it's safe?
I could. I've got good stealth.
True.
I could also,
I think Florian has you beat in terms of stealth.
even with the ring.
Not with the ring, but that's presuming that whoever this is, like, I guess, if the capacity to see through invisibility is there or not. Since you don't know what this person is capable
Oh, but Florian, we can hear you eating.
Oh,
Oops. I wonder what that noise was.
Me too. I was like, this is a new Scoria noise. No.
of. Wait.
Wow!
Welcome
Wow,
back,
this is
everybody.
Oh,
Your
great
great
stuff.
Rolling
noises.
Rolling stealth, okay.
The Scoria Noise Podcast.
25.
25, okay. So you peek around the corner, and it seems as though this person has not noticed your group. However, you do get to bear witness to a rather horrific sight. As this Hollow Fox man is approached by one of the citizens of this town, who very politely requests him to not be obstructing the entrance to his home. And without another word, you watch as this Hollow Fox man pulls the large, hooked scythe off of his back and cleaves this man into bloody pieces. Laughing like a maniac the entire time. Can you roll me a hearing-based perception check, please?
Advantage. Ooh. That was a good one.
Oh,
Perception. God damn. I think that jump scared by how good my perception is. 34. There's no need for that.
every time that this Hollow Fox man rips into this very much dead person, by this point, he's hollering and calling out to praise the god Zodiac.
Huh?
Every blow, every piece of flesh that is rendered from this very much dead man at this point, this is complete overkill. And all that is left behind is this gruesome display of chunks of meat and organs that have been uncomfortably decorated over the front door of this person, to the point where it looks like a grotesque Christmas display. But it seems like it is safe to move through the street now, as the man leaves.
I guess we go when it's safe.
Okay. So you wait a little bit longer to guarantee that this nightmare of a person is gone. Unfortunately, after about 3 or 4 minutes, there's no sign of them. The only sign that they were ever there is the grotesque, inhuman display of matter splattered across this building. And so you progress down the street a bit.
I will give Hugmug my hat so that he can cover his eyes with it, so he doesn't have to see it.
Hugmug will cover his eyes with the hat. The hat covers one eyeball, and he uses his arm to cover the other.
Okay, I feel like I'm getting smaller in this. Like,
Yes, you are!
It's that
You
or
are
like
small.
it's that or Hugmuggers tried to like put the hat on his head and had to like
now
angle
I'm,
it
like,
to get
pocket
one.
size.
Hugmug is big, Florian is small.
I'm picturing a Hugmug tried to put it on his head and just had to like kind of angle it to cover one part of his face.
Yes.
Just to not mess with Florian's proportions. Okay, so you make your way down the street, and you eventually find one of the many like information boards within the city. And there is currently a big warning put out for all residents that should they see a hollowed box man in dark-colored plate armor to hide in their homes and make it seem as though nobody is there. You can choose to read further on this posting, or if you are concerned about the arrival of this man or his return, you can proceed to exit to another part of the city. It is up to you.
I think we're fleeing the country.
Oh wow! Okay.
If you want, you can try and make a. Wait, does anybody have? I might be losing my mind, but does anybody have Ammoneusis? No, no. One person I think does have it, or could learn it. Does not have it. Balls. Okay. As you look, Xavier, have a way to make a replica of it? No. Okay. Xavier is just gonna take one of these warning flyers as you start making your way out of the city. I presume
Is the person named?
you would have to stop and read,
Okay.
which you are
Didn't
more than
they
welcome to
look-
do. However, you will potentially run the risk of re-encountering this terrifying person.
What was that?
Couldn't
Brian?
Xavier take one of them?
Yes.
You took one of them. Yeah. Okay.
We can hand it over.
You would have to stop to read it unless you had somebody. I guess the only
Dragging you
scenario I could
along.
think. Yeah, like if somebody were to be carrying Florian, then he could read it whilst everybody is stealthing.
I will carry Florian.
Will that make it harder for you? But then I won't be able to stealth.
Exactly.
So we'll wait until we get out of the city and then we'll read it.
Okay. So after a period of time, you manage to make it out of Valana. Just as nightfall is starting to arrive, you can see the sky starting to turn red as the sun starts dipping below the horizon, giving you a little bit of time as you reach the exit of the mountain pass, and which leads directly out into a expansive desert. You have a few moments to read what's on that posting. Or, if you wish, you can continue to wait until you find a good place to camp. It's entirely up to you.
Let's do it at camp. Then we'll be all cozy.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Are you setting up camp in the mouth of this cave. Bearing in mind this is the direct route between the open desert of Brightness and the city of Farlana. Or are you going to try and trek out into the desert a little bit before you set up camp? Once again, your decision as a party.
Maybe we
I mean,
shouldn't
the
go
cave will
to the
have
desert.
cover from the elements, I guess.
Yes, yes, you can be covered from the elements. That's fine.
So the cave.
Yeah, that's my question. Are you guys staying or are you leaving?
I think so. Staying.
Staying, going once, going
Yeah.
twice.
Staying.
Staying.
We're
Okay.
we're cave dwelling today.
Okay. So you spend a little bit setting up camp here in the mouth of the cave, slightly shielded from the sand that's being kicked up by the desert. And you get to watch in amusement as Mason and Xavier end up butting heads a few times, trying to remove the fluffy protective lining from the inside of your tent so you don't roast alive during the night. Because that behemoth hair lining for your tents retains a lot of heat, meaning you would make your own little sauna with yourselves on the inside of the tent if it wasn't removed. But you do get to have a little bit of a laugh at Mason Xavier's expense before Sabrina comes over and basically she literally bashes their heads together to get them to use their brains. And once she does that, they seem to figure it out quite quickly. And you settle into... I mean, the aura that lady has is menacing. Even though she has +0 to her intimidation.
She's better than Deborah.
Bruh.
Deborah is menacing, what do you mean? No, so you get into your tents, and you got your bedrolls out, although you have a feeling you're probably not going to end up using them because of how warm it is here. And Florian, you have the time and space to start reading that posting.
Reading time.
Are you reading it aloud, or are you just reading it yourself to try and vet what's there?
I'll read it myself, and then I'll like shorten it down. I'll whatever the word is to everyone else.
Yeah. So you start reading, and there
I'll
are
condense it down.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say.
There are two different versions that are written here.
Oh.
One of them you can read.
Pardon me.
You are pardoned. The other one you cannot. It is in a language you do not understand.
Is it a language I know what it is? Do I know what the language is?
You can roll linguistics to attempt to figure it out, but I am like 80% sure that none of your party have
9.
9. You sit there for a solid 10 minutes trying to figure out what the second language is, to no avail. Insert BG3 failed roll sound effect here. I should make a soundboard of like D&D sound effects, like Final Fantasy themed as well. That'd be great. That's another thing to add to my chore list.
Lupus, no.
Just like finish a battle list.
Anyway.
Anyway, before I get lost off in my own rambling, you start reading through the common version of this, and it describes the person you saw, an albino Arctic hollow fox with vicious-looking red eyes, who travels the land of Kreitners in a black and purple set of plate armor, perfectly matching the description of the man that you saw. The man is the chosen of one of the many chosen of Zodiac, a god that represents chaos, destruction, darkness, death, many things. But of all of the gods, this particular individual worships Zodiac as the god of death, which you know not to be the case, because Aztec exists. However, Zodiac is more the being referred to as death, the bringer of it, not the embodiment of it. The man in question is known as Mesor Shadewing, and has been going on a rampage. Did you need me to
Can
repeat
you
the name?
spell it in chat?
Oh, sure. Sure thing. And he has been going on a rampage as of late, committing atrocity after atrocity, sacrifice after sacrifice to the dark gods. And as of this point in time, there is no means of stopping him. As to prevent him from doing what he is doing is to issue a direct challenge to Zodiac himself. There is descriptions of where people have attempted to kill this man, only for him to re-emerge days later.
Okay, so stay away from that man.
Hmm.
And that is about the synopsis of what you read.
Okay, I explained that to everyone else.
Okay.
Yikes.
Well, could we get involved and try and stop it? We can't just let it go, right?
I'd like to. I'm not sure if it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sucks.
We might be able to after we've completed the request, but at the moment we are definitely not strong enough to take on somebody like that.
That is assuming that it's even possible. They keep mentioning that he comes back again, so I can only assume that man is a lich. It just has to be. There's no way it's not.
That makes sense.
Because it seems a bit
So I
too
guess
convenient.
if we come across a phylactery on our travels,
We leave it alone.
Do we?
Did you not sense the aura coming off that man?
but if you break a phylactery, isn't it? If you break a phylactery, you can kill the lich.
But any lich with that much power and that much scent, well, that is also a chosen of a god. I have a funny feeling that would be our undoing.
I could do a commune.
With who?
Zodiac? No.
You see, for a moment there, a genuine look of fear on Xavier's face. You're joking, right?
Yes, I'm not that stupid.
Okay. Oh my god. For a moment there, I thought you were serious. Hmm.
Sounds like a great way to get, I don't know, cursed or something.
Or killed.
Or killed. Can they do that? You just call them up and they're like, die now.
Duh. I have seen. There was somebody that I used to work with in the Shaken Templar. Emphasis on used to work with. Who communed with. And he ponders for a moment. That communed with Aztec. To insult him. To insult him repeatedly. With the intent to hopefully spare his own life from being taken.
Ugh.
His skin peeled off of his body, his flesh fell off. He basically melted in front of my very eyes. It was
Horrible.
horrifying.
Ugh.
I didn't know they could do that.
Unfortunately.
I'll be careful with who I commune with.
Or at least try not to piss them off, I guess. Are you gonna have anybody on watch whilst you're sleeping?
Yeah.
Who is going to take watch?
Probably not Scoria.
Well, that's our
Me,
perception on
Cool.
myself.
my perception is incredible, apparently, so
What is it?
like plus 17 or something.
No.
Yeah, plus 17. Jesus.
When you watch the whole night, I don't know if you have any, like the elf ability, like trance and shit like that. I have trance, which means I can only do 4 hours.
If you have trance, it'll be at the top of your thing, as it'll be a racial ability.
I don't think so. I've never seen it. No.
I
No,
think
I don't.
the only person that has trance is Marcel. I will check.
It's a fae thing, isn't it?
It's a thing that elves at. I think it's elves. I think deer folk. Don't quote me on that. And
Fawn,
fawn get. Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, I could do like half a watch, I guess.
Okay. So are you doing a few hours and then having Marcel take over for the remainder?
Sure.
Okay. Does anybody wish to assist? Or
I can assist.
will you be helping Florian? Or will you be helping Marcel?
Florian?
Okay. So Florian and Hugmug, you two will be on watch first, whilst Marcel gets his 4 hours of trance. So here's his meditation. Marcel, would you like anybody to keep watch with you? So that could be dragging Mogo or Scoria in, that could be asking Vruzen, asking Mason, Xavier, Sabrina. You can't ask Hugmug to do twice, because he will get no sleep.
Hugmug
we'll get
needs
Xavier.
sleep.
Xavier?
Mhm.
Of
Okay.
course, you picked Xavier.
Well, what the fuck else would I pick?
So everybody settles down for the night. And let me get my D100 of Party is Terrified out. Okay, so first, you want to make a perception check already?
Just like general, like no,
Yeah.
no, it's fine. I'll make a perception check when you tell me.
Okay. Oh, neck crunched.
Ouch.
Love it when it does that.
But I've got the D20 ready.
First hour goes fine. Second hour goes fine. The winds calm down, so it gets the perfect conditions. Hour 3 goes fine.
Murder.
Hour 4, just as like in the last hour of your watch, you hear some metallic clinking. in the tunnel. You're not sure how far away it is because the way it echoes, it overlaps with itself, making it sound much louder and somehow much quieter at the same time. What are the two of you doing?
Just like looking out for anything.
How far does your dark vision reach?
Where would that be?
That will be on your social page.
Detect magic.
You may cast Detect Magic if you wish.
You want to cast spells already?
Oh, you think no?
Probably not. 60 feet.
60 feet. Okay. So you can see. Oh god, I don't remember information now. Scheiße. Scheiße. Da-da-da-dum. The clinking sound gets a little closer. And you're casting Detect Magic. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Let me check something real quick. Brain cells, please. Where is the thing? I had this in front of me like 5 seconds ago. It's there. There it is. So, Hugmug, you do in fact detect a presence that is magical.
There's something there. 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 There's something
And
there.
the two of you, you detect its magical presence before you see it. But you see these large, almost pincer-like limbs manifest out of the darkness. And whatever it is, it slowly comes closer. Until, out of the shadows, you see this fair woman with golden hair and gold-coloured eyes. She is quite voluptuous, and you can only see her upper half. But it seems to, rather teasingly, disappear into the shadows around her midriff. So you can see just along just above where her crotch line would be. It's almost like, I guess, like the V line would be on like really fit men.
Is she wearing clothes?
You can't tell, but her upper half is almost entirely exposed, but excluding a very risque silk top that covers.
This is definitely a hallucination.
It covers a part of her chest, so you can't see her nipples, but the rest of her breasts may as well be out. She's wearing that little. And she has not noticed you.
Can I cast auditory hallucination?
Why?
If you want to roll me a
Distract
stealth
her.
check with disadvantage, because you will be saying the name of the spell, because all of your spells require a verbal and somatic component. So it requires hand movements and you saying the spell's name.
Okay, no, I take it back. I don't want to do that. That sounds really scary.
So you would have to basically.
I'm gonna tell Florin that it's an hallucination.
If you wish, you may roll an intelligence check to attempt to disbelieve it if you believe it is a hallucination.
Yes. What must I roll?
Intelligence. If you have any bonuses to illusion saves, you can add it if you genuinely believe that this is an illusion.
I genuinely believe this is an illusion. And I rolled a
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were
Unnatural 20.
I'm not gonna lie, for a second there, with the way you were phrasing that, I thought you were gonna roll a nat 1. I was like, hang on a minute.
No, the
So,
complete opposite.
was it unnatural 20 or natural 20? Sorry.
Unnatural.
Unnatural. Okay. You very quickly come to realize that this is, in fact, a real thing. Sorry, I don't know why it took my brain so long to process the next sentence. You are staring at a living creature.
For dramatic effect.
This is a
A
living
living
person.
creature who is half naked outside
She
in the night. What is going on?
She is scantily clad, and because of how the shadows of the cave have fallen, and because the night out is pitch black, thanks clouds, you see down to her lower half, just around her lower half, and that seems to fade off into the darkness. Hugmug, can you roll me a non-magical charisma save, please? As if memory serves correctly, you are purely heterosexual, are you not?
Yes.
Oh,
Roll me
Hugmug.
a non-magical charisma save, please.
Do I need to make it?
Memory serve. I forget if you're playing what your characters. Yep, you will need to roll as well, Florian. It took my brain a second to remember that we have two technically straight party members.
Oh my god.
25.
So it's a
Did you say magic or non-magic
non-magical.
charisma?
A non-magical charisma save.
Real.
So it was
I know I can do over, but I kind of want to keep it because it's funny.
Hugmug, what did you roll? Sorry, you said it and I completely...
25.
25, okay. Florian, what did you roll?
You know what? Fuck it. I'll fail it. Natural one.
Natural 1, okay.
It's funny.
So Hugmug,
charisma is 4 total.
4 total, okay. So natural 1, 4 total. Hugmug, you managed to keep yourself contained, as it were, as the sight of a very voluptuous, scantily clad woman definitely excites your mind, but you then suddenly think about the time where you walked in on Helga mid-shower and it makes you cringe a little bit. Makes you
I'm
think...
a taken man.
It makes you think of prunes. And then you remember the lovely dog kind lady that you met, and then remember how much you flubbed the conversation and kind of just panicked during it, and it kind of snapped your brain back to, no, I need to be focused, I'm on watch. Lorian, on the other hand, your entire body runs very warm, and the night clothing that you are wearing on your lower half suddenly feels a bit restrictive. As the sight of this large, beautiful woman just enraptures. It enraptures you. The same way that Sabrina makes your heart flutter. Maybe not in the romantic sense, but in the sense of this is a physically attractive person, and oh my, are you getting an eyeful? Roll me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Well, I have good wisdom saves, so
Non-magical?
Non-magical.
non-magical. Oh shit. Wisdom. Holy shit. Okay, I should be good unless the DC is really high.
Or if you just roll really low.
Ooh. 31.
31.
Oh.
You manage to compose yourself. Fortunately. And I would like you to roll me a perception check with advantage.
Oh no.
Do over.
What did you roll bad
That's
twice?
holy shit. Oh my god. Yeah,
Oh, no.
advantage and then do over, and everything is still below 10.
Oh,
Oh no.
poor
What was
kid,
it,
no.
perception?
Perception, yeah.
Okay, so that saves it a little bit.
Ooh.
Actually saves it a lot. Holy shit. 28.
28, okay. So,
No, wait. 26. I can't
26.
do math.
That's fine. You still succeed anyway. So as you catch your eyes slowly drifting down this absolute goddess of a woman before you, you notice something about her lower half. It doesn't cut off in the shadows. It's just a different colour. As you're staring at an arachne, or an arachnid, depending on how you wish to pronounce it, a creature that is half woman, half spider. And you notice this, partially because your eyes wandered without your input, but it appears that she is out hunting. And you get this understanding because not only can you hear her stomach rumbling, but you notice that she has an almost feral, crazed look in her eyes. If you get spotted, you're going to get abducted and probably killed. Because there is
Oh no.
Classy. To be fair, I did a pretty fucking good job of describing this lady. Oh, we'll go. My lawyer says I am homo. We'll have to make this human. Anyway, no. So you notice why can I not English today? Whether you intended to or not, you are very quickly aware that this is a monster, and if she happens to notice where you're camped up, then you will be in a lot of trouble, because this is not something that you can easily fight without potentially losing one of your party in the process. At least from the assessment you've made. And the fact that you know spiders can be quite poisonous, and judging by the almost blackish purple color of this arachne's lower half, the moment you see purple, it's a fucking danger sign. What are you doing? Referring to both of you. What are you doing? How do you deal
She
with
has-
this?
What are we
She hasn't
doing?
noticed us. Is she looking at the crab thing? The thing with pincers or whatever?
You realise that the pincer thing are her legs. Her spider
Oh!
legs.
That's not a separate thing. That's oh.
I did a really good job of describing that and completely baiting and switching. I showed you the spider legs first.
Yeah, because then I was thinking, oh, so she's gonna go after the crab and then leave if we're quiet. But no, there's nothing else in here except this is there.
Absolutely nothing else apart from you guys. Settle in your little tents at the entrance of this cave. If you want, you could potentially abandon the rest of your party and run for your lives.
Oh, right.
no,
So you're
no.
saying abandon the rest of your party and run off with Spider-Woman?
No, not the
Look,
Spider-Woman.
look.
I mean, you could attempt
Wow.
to try and
Seduce the spider lady.
not seduce the spider lady, because
Wow.
I assume you have-
Spider-leg.
I assume you have enough understanding of how spiders actually mate, and what happens to the male 9 times out of 10.
I could be that one though.
Oh,
That
God.
one, yeah.
Guys!
That is entirely up to you to decide, but
Hashtag worth.
you are aware that these creatures are sentient, and that you could potentially talk it into leaving your encampment alone. However,
Yes.
you would need to be very persuasive,
I'm charismatic.
because this
I think
creature
I'm-
is hungry, meaning that any attempts to persuade it would be at disadvantage.
I'm just going to pretend that Hugmug hasn't noticed the fact that it's got spider legs.
Oh yeah, Florian's the only one that has noticed the spider lower half. Hugmunk, you just
Oh
think
my
there's a
God.
shirtless woman in this cave. And the best
Lovely.
part is, Florian, I'll give you this for free without telling you to make an insight check. You can't tell Hugmug that this thing is an arachne, because the moment that Hugmug finds out that this thing is part spider, I will make him roll a charisma save with disadvantage,
Oh,
because this is a
no.
phobia.
Because I fucking hate spiders.
If I wake up everyone else, will they have to roll stealth or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Almost immediately. You will also have to roll stealth because you are in a cave. So any sound loud enough to echo can and will echo. And unfortunately, you have a lot of metallic items in your tents, such as your weapons, your armor, your bags that have metallic pins and clips and all sorts of things. Your mess tins that are metal. So
Do I know anyone in our party has like vanish gun?
you know of one person that has the ability to
Pardon me.
do such a thing. You are pardoned. And that would be Xavier. He
I
would
could
be able
turn
to
us
hide
into
you.
frogs.
Oh my god.
No, we cannot be frog. No, no more frogs. This will not help her. She will eat the frogs. I will stealthily go try and wake up Xavier.
Roll stealth. Also, have you explained to Hugmug why you're leaving?
No, Hugmug just sees Florian leave. And now Hugmug is left with the woman.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'll point to Xavier and be like, put my finger on my lips, like quiet, and that'll be everything I can do.
Okay.
I will nod and keep looking at the woman.
25.
25. Let me roll this thing's perception. I can find my dice.
It's higher than we thought.
You watch as its head whips towards where you are,
I
Pretty-
won't speak anymore, I'm sorry.
and it seems to immediately spot you. However, it scuttles over looking very confused as it looks around. And you realize that you are invisible.
Oh
Both of
my
us?
God.
Just me?
Yep. It hasn't spotted Hugmug. But you would have had to have left the tent that you were in. Because remember, you guys share different tents. So it's you, Hugmug, Marcel in one, the ladies in another, and then Mason, Xavier, and Vrusen in another. So you're split between 3 tents. And you notice something immediately. Your invisibility seems to vanish as it turns. I'd like you to make me an insight check, please. I'm enjoying
Do
the
over.
level of I'm enjoying the slight level of terror that I'm inflicting here without meaning to.
Insight.
I mean without meaning to, because I'm not intending for anything.
Slimy 20.
Slimy 20. You realize that the arachne has some sort of tremor sense. Thus why it spotted you immediately. So if you were to move, you need to make as little contact with the ground as possible. Every movement that you make while still connected to the ground could potentially alert this thing to your position. That, or if you want to make me an investigation check, you might be able to try and figure out a way of getting to the tent that has Xavier in it without alerting this thing again. If you
Do
have
I
an
know
idea.
what caused my invisibility?
I'm asleep. I cannot give ideas.
True.
Oh, come me.
You have the slight taste in the back of your mouth. Slightly acrid taste. And you can sense a divine magic around you that vanishes immediately. Etro has saved you once.
Okay. I thought maybe it would be, oh, Xavier is actually awake, and then no. I'm still invisible, or
You are not invisible.
just for that one? Okay. What do I have that can make me more stealthy? Spells. No, if I cast a spell, I'll have to make something with disadvantage.
Hugmug, you have a unique thing that you could do here that could help Florian.
Uh-oh.
What were you going to do earlier?
Turn him into a frog.
No, not the frog thing.
Oh.
Yes, the frog thing, of course, the solution.
Of course. Everyone was waiting for the frog.
What were you planning on doing originally before I told you may have to roll a check for it? Starts with an
An
A.
auditory hallucination.
Yes, you may be able to use that to distract the arachne.
Well, this was my plan all along.
Well, now you have good reason to do it.
Right, excellent. I will cast auditory hallucination and I
What
will...
sound are you making? And how loud is it?
It's very quiet.
A very quiet sound? What's it a sound of?
Oh, wait, the hallucination. Sorry, I thought you meant me casting it.
No, not you casting it. I won't make you roll a stealth check for this. Dependent on what sound you make.
I'm going to make the sound of some of some clanking armor, like really far away from us.
Okay. So as far as you can push it, where it will still work, you hear Florian, you hear the sound of clanking metal. You watch as the arachne's entire being turns, and she scuttles away into the tunnel to find the source of the sound.
And I scuttle over to Xavier.
So you get into the tent that holds Mason, Xavier, and Bruisen in it. And you go to wake up Xavier, who looks very groggy and very confused as to why he's being woken up for his turn early.
Xavier, there's a big spider, a really big spider, and she's a woman.
Just use it. Just get the big cup and the newspaper.
No, she's
Just- What? And he sits up, looks at you. I'm gonna get him to roll an insight check with disadvantage because he's just woken. That's a 19. He takes a second. Oh wait, shit! You mean actual monster?
Yeah. Yes. Can you make us invisible?
That is something I can attempt to do. Let me think. I can do something. Hold on. And he takes takes a surprisingly concerning amount of time to think. I've got it. Casts project image. Not project image, sorry, it's fucking... That's the wrong one, that's the wrong one. It's programmed image. There it is. Essentially causing the area that your camp is in to seem as though it is just another part of the cave. That should do. Unless you want to move the thing outside. Or, God forbid, I could try using a spell to make a wall. It isn't exactly going to help much, but...
Wouldn't that trap us in here with it?
Almost definitely.
That seems like the opposite of what we want to do.
Well, it would trap us in here with it, and it would trap it on the other side of where we are. So basically, if it stuck around, it would be immediately possible to find us. That spell should do for now.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. And he just flops back. And falls asleep once more.
Does the spell still work when he's asleep?
The spell does still function because it does not require... It is permanent or 1 round per level. And essentially it will stay there and stay in place until the illusion itself is triggered and whatever Xavier has programmed it to do will operate. However, it seems as though whatever has happened has caused this creature to pass. As for the last hour, there's no sign of it. And the watch swaps over to...
I guess we'll go to sleep.
You go to sleep dreaming of beautiful women and large spiders. Hugmug, you just dream of pretty ladies that manifest randomly in a cave.
At least I don't dream of spiders.
Meaning Marcel and Xavier. Marcel, are you leaving your tent to go and sit in Xavier's tent with him? Or are you staying in your tent? Since you are in separate tents.
I will go sit with Xavier.
Okay. So you leave Flora and Hugmug to get their rest, and you go sit in
What
the...
happened?
Mm,
Everything good?
apparently there was a woman. Spider or something like that.
A spider woman.
That one.
How strange. Anyway.
And he kind of just like half slumps as he sits. So, a moment, please. And so I'm going to start rolling. Hour 1. Oh boy.
Okay, that's not great.
That is a natural 1 on a D100. Oh boy.
Lupus, why have you forsaken me?
As you feel a chill run down your spine, and you watch as what you described appears.
What I described?
What Xavier described. God, my ability to brain cell today is not good. This beautiful golden-haired woman who is scantily clad, and her spider lower half reappear. And this time there's more than one. There are 3 of them. Each of them more beautiful than the other. Like the more you look, like as you keep rotating and looking at looking at all three of them and moving your vision back and forth, they seem to get progressively more attractive. It seems as though this is affecting both you and Xavier, but to a much lesser extent, as both of you are more homosexual than heterosexual. Basically, you're both generally homosexual, so...
Are they doing anything?
Hmm?
They're
scanning the environment as though they're looking at something. Scoria.
Is someone watching something in the background?
Yes, I can. Scoria, we can hear a little bit something.
Damn it.
So, what do you plan on doing here? It's the second hour of your watch, and there are now 3 Arachne, or Arachne.
Are they looking in our direction?
No, but they appear to be searching for something. It's not clear what that something is, but if you had to guess, it's probably something food-wise, since you can hear the hungry gurgles of their stomachs. And the slightly crazed look in their eyes.
What do I have on me?
Your clothes, if you have any night clothes, and that's about it. Since I do not know what Marcel wears as pajamas.
Okay. Well, for a start, Marcel's going to very gently, because as he did back when they were staying at Bell's, he keeps the ring on him at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to look at Xavier,
Xavier looks at you.
going to basically sign we should disappear.
Mm-hmm.
So think of it as like he points at Xavier, points at himself, and then does like a sort of thing with his hands.
Mm-hmm.
How does Xavier respond? Does he seem to acknowledge what he says?
He understands what you're saying. He has no clue why you're suggesting that.
Can he not see?
You can hide yourselves, but you can't hide your tents. And there is no way that you can get out of this tent to hide everybody else without potentially causing some sort of sound. And just for clarification...
What do we know about the area?
Just to clarify this detail before I move on, Florian, would you have mentioned to Marcel about the fact it seemed to notice you when you were touching the ground, so its tremor sense? Would you have made mention of that to Marcel?
Oh right, yeah. If I could, they went. Did they go before I went to sleep?
Yeah, they would have been gone before you went to sleep.
Okay, so then I would have explained it all to Xavier and Marcel once they were gone.
Okay, so Marcel, you are aware that these things have tremor sense. So if you make interaction with the ground, they're going to be able to notice you. Even if they can't see you, they will have a general idea of where you are.
Okay. It's just going to perform the search action to see if there is a stone or anything that I can throw to make a nice big clattering noise away from the tent.
Let me check something. So that, in this case, it would be perception, if you're taking the search action, since you are trying to see something.
That is a 16.
16, you find you find that most of the ground here is smoothed over, but there is a small pebble.
Would it be sleight of hand or stealth to try and pick it up without...
Sleight of hand. Since the illusion currently covering your camp is making it borderline impossible for them to see you. What was the sleight of hand?
11.
11. You managed to pick up the stone without touching the ground. But that is entirely because Xavier grabs hold of you before you touch the ground. And you have to take a second to process what just happened. It is basically holding onto your lower half. So like your half lean out. And if he had caught you when he did, you would have basically gone chest first into the ground. Because you overextended your reach. And he pulls you back.
He's going to take the pebble
Mhm.
and give it to Xavier. He knows has more strength than he does. Marcel with his 12 strength. Or does he not? So what he'll do is he'll point at him and then flex his muscles and then sort of do a... Huh?
See, in this case, normally an improvised weapon would be strength. In this case, because it is a small pebble, it would be dexterity.
With dexterity.
However, what Xavier does is he casts Moment of Greatness.
Which he can do without a verbal component, being an illusionist.
Yes, because he has the Unmoving Illusionist passive from later levels of Illusionist, he can cast them without needing to speak or make somatic gestures. So, bash your hand. So you can make this check and you are welcome to mug it. So double the modifier for it. So I think it should be plus 10?
So it's plus 10.
Because it's your dex mod is 5,
24.
isn't it? Your dex mod is
Dex
5.
mod is 5, yes.
So it's 24, so you tilt the stone off into the distance of the cave, and you hear it clack. And you watch as all three of the arachne proceed to skitter off in that direction, much to your discomfort as you watch one of them basically climb onto the roof and start skittering full speed away. And so your watch continues.
It's going to see if there's any more pebbles around, just to be sure.
Okay, there are no other pebbles.
Shit.
However, the rest of the night goes smoothly. And in the morning, everybody awakes, feeling fully rested.
Oh, that was a wild night. I mean, we saw a lovely lady.
Yeah, we saw a few.
The three of them.
A
They didn't look
few?
very friendly though, so we didn't interact.
Oh, wow. They must have loved you.
No, they didn't seem very friendly, so we left them alone.
They were like, oh my god, do this for me. Chase this thing for me. I would really like it. And I was like, I can't be bothered, lady. I'm supposed to be sleeping and I'm on watch.
Yeah, bitch, he's his own man.
Hugmug, roll insight. As I'm going to have
Yes.
Xavier roll.
I guess I rolled well.
Oh, you can roll as well, or you can get Xavier to roll with advantage.
Roll with advantage.
Yeah, I thought so.
17.
Xavier is telling the truth. Completely.
Oh.
So, you have a very meager breakfast, and are getting ready to head out into the desert. Let me get my desert music up. Watch as it proceeds to not work. Yeah, I'll stick with the track I've got at the moment. If it decides to load. There we go. Thank you. So, you head out into the desert, where your guide of Deborah conveniently reappears, as she's just been borderline non-existent for the last 24 hours or so. She's been with you. You think? You can't quite recollect when she hasn't been present. It's a mystery.
She's been there in spirit. Whose spirit it is, but not sure.
Exactly.
It took someone's spirit.
He took someone's.
You start making your way through the harsh sands of the desert, heading what you think is the right direction. You know you're supposed to head north, but it's very disorienting trying to find where the desert is, which direction is north in this desert. Now, there are two things you can do here. You can head directly out into the desert and away from the mountain, or you can follow the mountain round and hope that you spot the city.
If we don't know if it's hard to know which direction north is, I have a cantrip for that.
You do. Would you like to use
do.
it?
No direction, yes. Effective in any environment where north exists.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the real question is, does north exist?
North does exist.
Excellent.
Just checking in.
No, there are some planes of existence where a true north does not exist. Those are always fun. So you now know which direction's north, and you start navigating, making your way towards north.
Are we going north? Is that the way we're going?
Yeah. You're heading
Cool.
north. The winds start to pick up a little bit, obscuring your vision a little bit. Florian, are you the one leading the party?
I have an incredible navigate, so I think so.
I'm just leaving a short space in case anybody wants to interject and try and take the
I
lead.
don't think my navigate's that great. No. When you say incredible, what are you talking?
Like 19.
Oh, yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so Florian's taking the lead then. Can you roll me a navigate check?
Heck yeah, I can. Holy shit. 38.
Damn, that was near max roll, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Roll
So
the die.
despite the fact that the winds are picking up, you managed to lead the way. Can everybody please make me a perception check, please? A sight-based check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
The only person who does not need to make this check is Florian.
Oh.
Because you have a good understanding of which direction you're going, and you have a hat.
That helps? Oh, with the
Yep.
sand? or
Yeah,
whatever?
with the
Okay.
sand. So I need to roll for Mocha here. Actually, Mocha has got. No, I'm thinking the wrong person. Oh, yeah, it's got. No, she doesn't. That's a different character. So that's. I need to do Masson. Sorry, give me a second. Oh my god, these are like my best rolls the whole session, and I'm losing them. I just rolled really good and then really arse. I was like, oh. I say that. And then let this be quick. Sabrina. Sabrina. Okay. And then zoom. Yeah, freezing position cannot fail. Yeah. Okay. So, Hugmug. What did you roll?
7.
7. Oh boy. Marcel.
19.
19. Scoria.
6.
Okay.
So I'm holding
So-
Scoria's hand.
As you're leaving the way, Florian, you pause partway through your venture to make sure that everybody's still keeping up with you. Despite the fact you're smaller, you're having a much easier time with the sands because you're used to dealing with. Well, you're used to dealing with shifting environments. Thanks to, well, let's just say having to deal with avoiding your larger companions, and because you just have a naturally better balance. And you turn your head to realize that you're missing 2 people.
Oh no.
No.
Hugmug and Scoria are missing.
Oh no.
Bye, guys.
And the desert winds are just whipping up more sand. What are you doing?
I'm looking through my spell list.
Do I get to do anything here? Do I get to do anything here?
Yep.
You know what? There's a spell I can't remember what it's called on the Astrologian spell list that I thought, oh, that's too situational. Never knew, but
Would that be no, that's. I think that might be an 8
the one where you can
spell.
keep track of people. You touch someone and then you can keep track.
Oh, status.
Get late for that.
Mhm. Didn't get
Yeah.
that.
Status, greater status. Yeah, I know which spells you're on about.
Motherfucker. I could make a blizzard if that would help. No.
Proceeds to add ice to the.
Now it's sandy and cold.
Yay. So are you continuing to press on, or are you gonna go back?
During the day, right? And we've not
It is
seen any
daytime.
direct dangers, it's just low visibility.
The visibility is getting progressively worse, but it's not terrible at the moment.
Can I hear them?
Scoria!
You would need to
Hello?
roll me a perception check without your advantage, because you are having to
Oh.
shield your ears from sand.
I guess whoever is left should link arms, or like...
How this dice is like
This dice
that's
is cracked
insane.
today.
We've rolled like 3 19s in a row.
Marcel called out to the 2 missing people.
Roll a constitution check.
Why?
So did you win?
Constitution.
36
Save or
by the
check?
way.
36. Okay.
Save or a check?
It's a check.
13.
You get sand in your mouth.
Okay.
As you're calling out,
Using the other hand that he has that's not attached to anybody, he will cover his mouth and then shout.
okay. Oh.
No, that's a response to that. It's not what I was doing originally.
Oh,
I
right.
spit the sand out, put my hand in front of my mouth, and then shout.
Your tongue's a little bit dry, but you continue shouting. Florian, your ears managed to pick up on one thing and one thing alone. The sound of a rather pissed off Deborah. I
Oh
swear,
no.
And behind her, she is dragging Hugmug and Scoria
No!
by their shirt collars.
No.
Wait,
That's under my eyes.
Hugmug, I have to ask this, but is Hugmug wearing anything underneath the cloak?
Whoa.
Oh my god.
This is something I genuinely have to ask because I can't see any sort of discernible clothing underneath from what his design is. So I'm asking if there is something underneath.
This is the moment where I need to look at Hugmug's art.
I'm-
He looks like.
I can tell you on the sketch, there was nothing. I didn't draw anything on it.
That...
There was Hugmug is stark naked underneath. Oh god.
I have to
Oh,
know
is he
because
cabin?
is this the
You
case?
know what would be
in that
really
it's just the
comical?
cloak? What?
Is if he's wearing the cloak and just like a tiny pair of boxers. And he's just like
So does he
revealed.
have travel clothing underneath?
Well,
the
he's
cloak?
barefolk. He's barefolk, so he doesn't.
He does have fur on parts of his body, but it's not covering his entire body. As you can pick. So is he wearing like a shirt and a pair of shorts underneath the cloak?
He is wearing a shirt and a pair of shorts. Your
Okay.
eyeballs can be relieved.
Cool. Good to know. So your cloak keeps getting blown up in your face by the winds because of how you're being dragged. So every 30 seconds or so, you're getting slapped in the face by your own cloak. But with the interlinking arm method, you manage to get some more progress and eventually arrive at the Clark Leg. Fortunately, the city itself is shielded by this large glass dome over the top of the city walls that's blocking all the sand from helping the city. And as you arrive, you notice you're being watched by something in the distance. It sees you, but you can't see it. I presume the party will be rushing towards the city gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keeping a good eye on everyone we have.
Alright. So, you make it into the city without much more issue. And thankfully, it's relatively air conditioned. Somebody has set up a spell here that is moving the air around the whole city, keeping a constant, nice, cool breeze. The city itself is huge. You're honestly surprised that something so large was so hard to find. But it seems like the weather's temperament is just difficult. I never thought that I would hate that sand this much. I have it between my hooves, I have it in my hair, I have it somehow wedged under my ears. Ugh. Scoria, why did your home have to be in the middle of a fucking desert?
Marcel just
Scoria
looks at
just
Xavier
smiles.
and then bats his ears, and handfuls of sand come out. His big mousy ears.
Guys, I've sand between my toes.
Oh, that's the worst feeling.
Yep.
Of all of you, you get a quite comical view as you turn to look at Vruzen, whose entire mane is filled with sand. Every time he takes a step and his hair moves, it's like a small waterfall of sand just drops out. And it goes into his armor. Okay. We need to find somewhere to stay. I am not dealing with this. Ugh.
I don't know. I don't mind it.
I mind it.
I mind it a lot.
And Sabrina goes over to Scoria and very quietly whispers into her ear, "Is it me, or has sand gotten between the ladies as well? God, I hate this place."
Oh god.
Gloria just smiles.
Is it the smile of, yeah, cry, tear down cheek?
Yeah.
Aw. So, you all start looking for an inn, and it doesn't take that long before you find this rather elegant-looking sandstone inn with these beautiful red curtains and this rather open-looking entrance. And once again, the inn itself is actually more expensive, as it costs 300 gil to share for the night.
Damn. For
Which-
one night?
Yep. Which Xavier covers for you. And whilst you're here, you take the time to bathe and get all of the sand out of your entire beings. Every little grain of sand. You get a chuckle at Bruisen as he comes out the bathhouse looking like a wet mop because of his mane. Florian, you end up looking half drowned, trying to find your towel. Because I imagine Florian has quite dense fur.
Yeah.
And each of you kind of
Also,
come out of the bathhouse looking quite disheveled. Much to Deborah's amusement, as she just starts almost witch cackling at each of you as you come back and start drying out. Oh, you look terrible! Ah, that's funny. Sir, how are you enjoying Cragness? She's sitting there in a wooden rocking chair in the corner of the room, just relaxing.
Sandy.
No, you don't say. Well, there's some nice stores here. Happens to be a few interesting things you could potentially buy.
Really?
And you should probably take a little bit to restock your supplies.
That would probably be a good idea, yes.
As the Dungeon Master has forgotten on multiple occasions to remind you to remove,
Oh yeah, we're like starving to death at this point.
I think there's about 3 days worth of rations that have been consumed.
Okay,
I'm not sure we've been tracking rations since like.
So you should each
I'm
have,
sure
I
okay.
think, 8 remain. Oh wait, no. Most of
Only
you should have
Mocha
8
doesn't.
remaining, except for Mason and Mocha. Mocha has 5.
Rations.
Florian, would you like to remove 6 because Sabrina does not have rations on her person?
Don't seem. Oh, daytime rations. 6. Okay. So I
They're
have
on your
5.
equipment page if you'd like to change them.
Yeah.
I think it's to 8 for everybody. Florian, if you wouldn't mind feeding Sabrina.
Okay, I'll feed Sabrina.
Okay, I've updated that on everybody. So, it would probably take a little while to restock. You know, and get a little bit of get your shop on. As she smiles and just enjoys her rocking chair.
Yay, shopping. Sabrina, do you want to go shopping with me?
I don't see why not.
Yay.
And maybe we could get you a cute little, like the necklace you got for me. We'll get you something that matches.
Yeah.
And she basically picks you up.
She picked me up. Okay.
So she puts her hands under your shoulders, so like basically under your arms, just picks you up, puts you on her shoulders, and gives you a little piggyback as the two of you leave the room to go shopping in the town. Leaving Hugmug, Marcel, Mocha, Scoria, Mason, and Xavier in the inn room. Oh, and Frozen. I still need to remember
Holy
to.
shit, my brain just.
It's
Oh,
alright.
but we were never going to get out of there.
Yeah. Weren't exactly great.
Is Deborah still here? I forgot.
Deborah is still here. She's sitting in a rocking chair.
We haven't signed the contract for Deborah yet.
I do believe that Scoria is carrying her own contract and the...
Yeah.
I should probably put that in your inventory before I forget.
I don't know why, but I feel I don't know if Mocha's carrying her.
No, I don't think Mocha's
In
carrying...
that case, I probably grabbed it and said I'll deal with it later. AKA Ask Grandma Blood Magic. Grandma Blood Magic. This is the consequence for staying up till 6 a.m.
Yes. No sympathy here.
No. Oh. Watched it.
Did anyone hear that?
Hear what?
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 Excellent. Okay.
Did you
No, I
make a
didn't hear
silly
anything.
noise?
My
Did you
water bottle
fart?
just slammed
Oh.
against something loudly.
Oh no.
No, didn't pick it up.
Okay,
It was
didn't
like
pick it up.
metal pipe dropping on floor sound.
Oh. No, it didn't come through the mic. You're good.
Excellent.
Okay, I have added those things to your inventory before I forget Scoria.
Somehow I feel like I wouldn't have paid much attention.
Don't blame me. So, what were you planning on doing with Deborah?
There you go, ask Deborah about blood magic. Grandma,
Yes.
whilst you were away, we got both Mocha's contract but also my contract from Diabloso and what the fuck was his name? Cagnoso.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It would appear that, well, my contract I can't break at the moment. We have to defeat the other archfiends to combine the contracts to make it the full contract and then defeat chaos.
Makes sense to me.
But Mocha's contract, Mocha was an extra. And it would appear that Helga made Mocha essentially a phylactery for her.
That's interesting. Do you happen
And
to have it with you?
Yes, I do have the contract with me.
Would you like to roll insight?
Mocha will pull it out? Right.
Would you like to roll insight on a
Yeah,
your
sure.
grandmother?
I'll roll. Oh, where is it? It's +3. 17.
She seems a little bit too eager to see this contract, as though there is some ulterior motive going on here.
I'll read the contract. Just so you know, we do not have any plans on. We don't have plans on killing her. We'd rather break the contract rather than kill her.
Well, I suppose that I could not kill somebody. It's been a while since I've committed murder, but I suppose not. Not today. And you notice that she has a rather sharp-looking sacrificial knife on her belt. So what exactly do you need help with?
Well, the contract was made using blood magic, and whilst Anima has given me a spell that I can cast using blood magic, I'm not really adept with it.
I wouldn't expect you to be, dear. After all, you are not freaky with it like that. You cannot vibe check this blood magic. For you must be in the vibe. Anyway, you wanted to do what with it?
Well, hopefully break the contract so that Mocha doesn't act as Helga's phylactery, so that when we inevitably go to fight Helga, we can actually kill her.
May I see it? Can you...
Yeah.
And she does grabby hands for it.
Scoria will produce Mocha's contract.
And it is taken from you. She looks at it. Oh, wait, just hit the table. Whoops. How many? She takes a look at it. Ah, I see. It is not Mocha that is the phylactery. It's this. And she holds the contract in front of your face. It is the crystallized blood that she used to sign this contract that is the phylactery. Notice how it looks almost gem-like. And she points to the blood that has been used to sign this contract. And you notice that it seems to almost glisten like a gemstone. The phylactery is her signature. A tiny little gem. Make me a Arcana check, please.
13.
You notice a hint of Helga's soul, or similar to a soul, but there's so little here. It deeply disturbs you. Because if this is how small the container has to be for her soul, how little is actually left? If a singular signature on a contract is enough to contain her soul, how little is left of your matron? How little has been left of her the entire time that you've known her? These questions flood your mind the moment that you make this connection. So, simply put, I just go, and I could just dispel this. I could set it on fire. She looks way too happy about the idea of setting it on fire.
Oh, set it on fire.
I could set it on fire.
Set it on fire.
And it catches fire immediately. The moment that you give consent for it to catch fire, it catches fire. She drops it on the floor and starts dancing around it like a woman gone mad, chanting like some sort of cultist. Thanks for stealing my bingo wing, bitch! Burn! Burn! And she kind of forgets you're there for a minute. And then remembers you're there. Right, yes, that does it. It is broken. Alakazam! Ooh, gone.
Damn. I didn't think it would be that simple.
Surprise! It is that simple.
If only our contracts were a little bit more simple.
Of course they're not going to be. Why wouldn't they ever be simple? After all, Helga's such a hoe. You would expect to find her in a gardening shed. But simply put, we could try and lure the one of the archfiends here, in theory.
In theory.
Well, you see, simply put, Scarmiglione happens to be the archfiend of Earth. And your
Yes.
hometown just so happens to be in the middle of an undeath field. Or an undeath desert would be the better way to phrase it. We could, in theory, go up into the mountains, close to where the Night Mother's crystal is, and attempt to call him.
Huh. We could definitely do that. It would save a trip to, where was it? I think the thing that I read was close to Dock Park, Canaria.
Well, two birds, one stone, pussy. Pardon my French. Your mother and father would be turning in their graves if they heard me talking around you like that. What the amount of times where they'd tell me to fall down a flight of stairs. Just because I said... And what she says, her voice, she like bleeps what she says. So you can't hear it. So she said something in front of you that is unholy. But she's used an illusion spell to bleep it.
Out of curiosity, Verizon's in the room still, right?
Yeah.
How has he been reacting to Deborah?
He's reacting.
Fair enough.
He's very wide-eyed. Well, simply put, we could try and summon... Well, I say we. You could try and summon him. And I will watch.
Yes.
And if you happen to fail, I will point and laugh. And she has a very large smile on her face. But that would also resolve the problem of any other concerns you might have. Just know that if things go wrong, it's not my fault. I'm not responsible. And the best of luck to you if you do.
me trying to think of a way to respond and score as scorer, but also me trying my hardest not to laugh through the mic.
You're more than welcome to laugh. Feel free.
Breathe.
Oh, because you're trying not to laugh as you're trying to speak. Okay, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Fair. Do you need a second?
Well, I guess that means we should get a look at getting more gear. Okay. I think it is definitely.
Not exactly. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and have a moment in the corner. And she waddles over. She basically gets out of the chair that she had clambered back into, goes over to the corner of the room, and just lays on the floor. And looks up at the ceiling. Floor time!
She's having floor time, yeah.
Gloria looks at the other people in the room and gives a thumbs up.
Mason and Xavier are a little bit confused as to what just happened, but just go back to muttering between the two of them. Vruzan looks very confused as to what he's just borne witness to. And I'll let Marcel and Hugmug communicate how they feel about what they just witnessed.
It's like end of the session. Marcel's gonna go over to another corner and also have floor time.
Fair. You just lay on the floor.
Yeah, but keeping territorial respectful distance.
And Florian and
From
Sabrina
Sabrina
are
grandmother.
elsewhere.
Hell yeah. Marcel, you have floor time. You immediately get doggy piled by Mason and Xavier. Just because I think it's funny. And I'll wrap up session there because that's a nice little end point.
Yay.
So catch you in the next session. Bye bye.
Bye.